Next up is Julia from Gorgeous, a phenomenal help desk platform for e-commerce shops. It's revolutionized the support experience both for users and actually for my own agency clients as well. Many of them use their software and love it. So in her talk, Julia's walking you through two critical concepts that are very near and dear to my own work in chatbot marketing, omnichannel marketing, and conversational commerce. By the end of her talk, you'll understand how to leverage both for your company. Julia, the stage is yours.
Hi everyone, my name is Julia and I'm a partner manager here at Gorgeous. Today we're going to be talking about how we have identified different customer trends as they pertain to the omnichannel experience. So yeah, we'll be chatting through different omnichannel marketing strategies that we've seen to be effective for the best customer experience. Already introduced myself, Julia. Just some background on myself. I have previously worked at Yotpo. They handle customer reviews for e-commerce websites, and BounceX, which specializes in email marketing. So I've spent some time in the e-commerce space and have been at Gorgeous for a little over 4 months now, handling the West Coast partnerships. Yeah, so just a little high level about what we're seeing from our merchants as it pertains to customer support. So first and foremost, the most important thing we're seeing is merchants and brands that they're having an expectation from their customers for fast and high quality support. You think about Amazon, a large portion of us, myself included, shop there. Maybe sometimes it's borderline addictive, how many Amazon Prime packages I get. But part of the reason I continue to shop there is they're always extremely fast. It's 2-day shipping. I can cancel an order myself. And if I ever have a question about an order, I can get that support right away. And so for D2C brands and e-commerce specifically, there is that expectation that you're going to be responding super quickly and helping your customers out with any questions or inquiries for their orders. And so that expectation needs to be met so that people continue to shop for your brand versus thinking, oh, I didn't have a good experience. They took too long to respond. I'm going to go back to Amazon to purchase that next time. Another big pillar is going to be reducing costs. So, by utilizing tags, you're able to understand, okay, maybe there's consistent returns for this item. Is our sizing off with industry standards, or is something going on? Being able to better understand, like from a returns and shipping policy, what's going on to kind of align your strategy moving forward. And lastly, increasing sales. So we've also seen that customer support is not simply putting out fires and just dealing with angry customers, but there's also an element to it where you're finding the low-hanging fruit by engaging with your customers on different channels and then being able to help drive them back to the website, especially with ad world and thinking about the ads that you're putting out there and the ROI that you want to see for some of those ads. This is a great opportunity to leverage that as well. Here's just a couple stats that I found to be interesting. I mean, I think 90% of customers expect an immediate response. Like, you need to be able to respond super quickly to customers. And the way that you're able to do that is if you have a really organized and strong kind of system in place. Customers are also expecting a really personalized experience. So if you're going to get an email back from support, you want to see your name on there, you want to see the information you asked for. And we really do expect this day and age, like excellent customer service. So again, when thinking about ads or, the ways that you're driving traffic to the website, that's great. But if you're not going to be able to retain a customer, that's where issues can come. And that's where customer support kind of plays in there as well. So how exactly are brands providing that holistic omni-channel experience for their customers? Really being able to be on all the different channels and firing on all cylinders. So whether that's Facebook campaigns, making sure you're up to date with those, Instagram, SMS, we'll kind of go through some of what those different channels are that our clients have seen to be effective, but definitely want to make sure that you're engaging with your customers on all these channels. So yeah, in terms of customer support, like part one, connecting all of your social channels. So being able to have a view of your customers on all these channels are going to help you to have more information on the customer and what's the best next step. Even in this instance here, here's an ad that we're seeing again, like most of us are running Facebook ads. We want to see strong ROI there. And so if you're incentivizing customers with a 10% off code, that would click them into this chat campaign here. And you can see that through the chat campaign on Facebook Messenger, it's going to drive them back to the website and already auto apply that coupon code. So again, like driving traffic to the website is going to be really paramount here. And while running an ad is great, you want to get them back to the website. This is a great campaign and also sets the customer up so they can actually utilize that code versus thinking like, oh, that was a scam to get me here, or I'm not sure how to do it. It makes it really easy for the customer and is going to help with increasing some of those conversions on site. Also, being able to prioritize the different comments that you're getting on your social media channels. So, for instance, like one thing that our customers have found to be highly effective is the way that they're able to organize their social media channels within a help desk. So beyond just looking at like Facebook comments or Facebook Messenger, using AI to track, okay, is this a social lead? So again, that could be, potentially someone hearting it or saying, oh my gosh, this is so cute. That's a great opportunity to engage with that customer, comment and say, oh my gosh, you have great taste. Here's a 10% off code. Maybe you're going to private message them with that code. But either way, a really great way to kind of take that low hanging fruit, those customers who are engaging with your brand, or maybe they're potential customers, and get them to actually check out and get back to the website. Another thing to note too is, like, I know personally, if I have a brand that responds to my message on social, it makes me feel very VIP that they're listening. And so a great way to kind of give that extra love to people and to personalize the experience. Negative comments, those are going to hurt the ROAS for some of your ads. So being able to respond to those ASAP, potentially hiding them based on your brand preferences is going to be key. But again, being able to organize these so a customer support agent knows exactly where to go to and who should be following up and when. Social questions, that could be something as simple as, oh, I'm usually a size 27 in jeans. Is that a small or medium in your brand? Again, that kind of question would segment into the social questions funnel. And is a really great way to be thinking about, okay, this is a customer who's definitely interested in buying from us, whether it's repeat or new. We should respond quickly so we can give them that information they need. So again, almost acting as like a virtual sales associate within your social channels to drive people back to the website to convert. A few different ways that you can, be getting your offers out there. So this upper one here, if someone is hearting the message like, oh my gosh, you totally need this, here's 10% off. Again, that would be one of those examples where, like, if you're a customer and you see that from a brand, it feels really cool and kind of that VIP experience. And then, below, someone asking about a return. So sometimes you're going to get comments on your Facebook ads that are more customer support related. And so by being able to bring in all your channels, not only could you have that information on that order, that individual, but you could also let them know, by the way, we also have another promo going on for Black Friday, like over the weekend. So it's a great way to help with the lifetime value of your customer and to help with retention as well. It's really important as well to engage with your customers before they actually hit the website. So most people, are thinking about your brand in all different ways. Like, I know one of the main ways that I'm shopping or finding new brands is through the Instagram ads I see. And so being able to respond to customers, whether it's about products on your ads or post, is going to increase your sales and ad effectiveness by a 5% increase in ad spend. So a super strong way. And again, these are people who already are engaging. So that if you personalize the messaging or you respond to them quickly, they're likely going to either check out or it's going to help drive them to the website. SMS, super hot channel. I think hopefully everyone has been utilizing it or has heard of it by now. I think it really took off in the pandemic. And you also think about the way that people want to communicate these days. Like email is definitely still an effective tool, but SMS is seeing much higher open rates, response rates, conversion rates because everyone's on their phones. And there's different types of strategies you can implement with an SMS. We've seen some of those to be, targeted ones like targeting VIP customers with exclusive sales or new releases. It also could be, a cart abandonment series that you're placing out there so that if someone, has been looking at an item, they receive a reminder, hey, do you want to check out today? The other cool thing about SMS too is it also can be used for customer support. So if someone, writes back, hey, I bought something from the sale recently and I was wondering when's the estimated ship date. Being able to take a help desk, respond in there is going to show a really strong customer experience as well for those people who are utilizing SMS to respond. And yeah, this is a pretty crazy stat, but we saw over 28% conversion rate for pre-sale chats or SMS that were replied to in less than 10 minutes. So really just honing in on the significance of fast response times. People assume and expect those immediate responses. And should you respond super quickly for SMS or pre-sale chats, you're going to see a really strong conversion rate. So that's something that we aim to help our clients with as well, is having the tools, the emails, the automation set up so they can respond really quickly to those to help drive sales as well. Self-serve and live chat, two really great ways to also engage with your brands once they get to the website. So again, like taking your ad spend, allocating it for Facebook ad campaigns, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the social channels or different ones you're utilizing is great. But again, what's going to keep the customer on the website? Like clients I talk to are often thinking about bounce rate and how to minimize that. Like how do you keep someone on the website? How do you get them through the customer journey? And chat is a really great way to do that. So one example we have here, that would be the self-serve chat. So this is a great way, if someone wants to make like a slight edit on their order, track it, they have the opportunity to do that within this campaign. And this is going to help mitigate some of those questions around like, where is my order? Those support tickets by about 30%. So an amazing way to free up time for your customer support agents so that they're not responding to these super monotonous questions over and over, but the customer could just go on and go through this flow within chat themselves to check on it or make some small adjustments themselves. Another thing we're seeing too is that, with pandemic, with things moving more online, et cetera, people are shopping still a lot, but they expect that same experience you're receiving in store, right? You go into a store, a sales associate says like, how may I help you? Do you have any questions? And you can kind of have that conversation with them. Maybe you have something you're a little concerned about, like, oh, well, I see that this is leather. Is it faux leather? Is it not? And so through some of these chat campaigns, you can personalize them on your site so that you can almost have a virtual retail associate on site who's helping that customer out as they're going through the buying journey. So maybe it's an objection about, the leather, they have some clarification questions. You could answer them right there and then, or it could be something around sizing. Like maybe you've noticed for a certain product that the sizing, you're getting consistent returns. People are saying within their reviews, the sizing's really small. So it could be something as simple as adding a chat line that specifies, hey, women usually go a size up. That's what we recommend. And also really being able to personalize those shopping experiences is going to be important as well. So, those could be cart abandonment emails or a detailed product page or within your customer support. If someone asks a question about their order, even including those really simple metrics like the customer first name, last order number tracking. It's much more of a proactive approach as well of, hey, you reached out with a question about your order. Here's what I have on it. Let me know how I can help versus, hi, what's your order? I don't have that information in front of me. That feels so frustrating. And then you have to email them back, try to find your order number and wait another 2 days. So this really can help personalize that experience so your customers feel heard and they're getting the responses quickly that they want again. And so all of these are going to be able to help with not only driving sales through new business, but also keeping customers because they have that really strong experience with your brand. And for us, like we've grown from a little over 1,000 to 6,000 e-commerce clients in the past year, crazy growth here. And so we were able to really analyze our different merchants' tickets to understand what are the top customer support questions we're seeing. And from there, like what we want to do is automate those common responses. So anything around order status, we've created very personalized and templated responses so that customer support agents can either like plug and play the response really quick or fully automate it. So they're not responding at all, but it's responded to through an automation. And again, that's going to free up time so they can spend time going through those comments on social or SMS or some of those other channels they want to be utilizing, because those are where the customers are engaging with your brands. And, for anything that's super repetitive, we want to automate that and make that process super easy. And that's really going to save time and money for these brands so that the support agents can be allocating their resources elsewhere. Tags are a really great way to actually identify some of those trends. So, as I was mentioning, like if you're consistently seeing returns, understanding why people are returning things. Is it out of season? Is it the item itself? Does it have to do with sizing? Thinking of it almost as like a puzzle, and you're putting down the pieces to actually solve it, to figure out what's going on. And then you can allocate resources and devote energy for your team based on that. Maybe it's, something more along the lines that it's like a slow response time. Maybe it does have to do with sizing. So again, specifying through a chat campaign is going to be really helpful. Or it could be like a food and beverage company. I often see that they're identifying tags that go with damaged and defective, especially if an item is perishable, or like, let's say they're selling granola bars or protein bars. And once they are in the sun for too long, they're going to kind of like melt, and people will email in about that. So then adjusting their strategy, maybe it's the shipping vendor they're using, maybe it's adding an ice pack to it while it gets from point A to point B, but being able to be a bit more strategic once you understand what these tickets are about. And you can do that through identifying, through using the tags to actually identify those trends. Definitely want to make sure that you're taking advantage of automation, because again, like there are a lot of different channels your customers are on. So you want to take time to respond to those comments, show them the love, which means that you need to have time for that. And that means also automating those really repetitive ones. And that's something that, you're not going to see elsewhere, is the ability to really understand like how to automate these things and make it really efficient. But, if you're using a strong tool and have those strategies in place, it's a lot easier. And, I think like all of this sounds great in theory, right? So being able to unlock and understand like, what are this, like, okay, I really want to drive sales through Facebook or through Instagram, or I want to take these promo codes and see actually who uses them to purchase. All of that sounds great in theory, but we want to also back that up with data. So what I think has been really effective for our clients is being able to also look at the data to understand what are the trends, like how much sales are they seeing from customer support, what number of tickets converted, just different information there. So you can actually track the effectiveness of each channel. Like maybe for your brand, Facebook is really effective. For some others, Instagram is. So then allocating also your strategy and making fine tunes with that. Maybe it's about simply just getting more support agents to take advantage of the social channels, or maybe there's someone who responds really quickly or in a way that is getting higher ROI on their tickets. So maybe they should be leading some of the strategy for the other members as well. And obviously, I just wanted to give some best practices that we've seen to be effective for e-commerce brands. That being said, I also love Gorgeous, and a lot of this we can actually help brands with. So over 6,000 brands here. And really what we aim to do is bring all of your customer support channels into one place. So email, chat, Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, all of them into one place. So when you're looking up a customer, you have that holistic view. You can see all the communication to date, regardless of channel. You could pull up, for instance, their Shopify, Magento, or BigCommerce information as well. So you have their order numbers, all of that within one place. Also being able to take actions, like if you wanted to cancel, duplicate, or refund an order. And also using AI to respond to those really common and repetitive questions. You want to make sure that you're allocating your time where it's best spent. And that's going to be on some of those different channels to drive sales, especially utilizing those different ad strategies, and that you're spending money on Facebook and Instagram ad campaigns. And yeah, if anyone is interested in learning more, please email me. It's julia.whatley@gorgeous. And if you're interested, I can give the second month free. So yeah, that is my email. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.